Hello, and thank you for listening into another Tavistock Talks podcast. Today we've got Anthony Viljoen, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Andrada, and we're going to have a quick word with him because there have been some quite impressive and progressive interim results, as well as that. Some more information about how the company's progressed since the SQM transaction, as well as other aspects to the company, so which we'll delve into in a little bit more detail as the podcast goes on. But Anne, thanks again for your time today.
Charlie, good to chat to you again.
Good. Right, let's dive straight into this. Well done, by the way. I think it's really good results today. A few days ago. But with regards to this strong financial performance with these results, what have been the key drivers behind the growth, do you think?
Yeah, Charlie, look, building a mine is never easy. And everyone expects results sort of straight away. But, we've managed to build a solid platform for growth. We have a very strong operational and management team now in place that are getting to grips with how the ore body behaves in our plant. We've identified areas in the plant where we can get better efficiencies. We've results of the continuous improvement program of adding on the tantalum concentrate. We're looking at now integrating the lithium. So it's such a huge ore body. And it's just a matter of identifying ways in which we can process it more efficiently. And with the team that we've got in place now, we constantly finding better ways to reduce costs and increase production. And luckily we're hitting the right tone with the prices that we're producing as well.
I mean, that's an important point actually, because now you are producing different commodity types, and how much with regards to that, I'm talking about the tantalum, the lithium, as well as the tin. But with the restructuring of the US Tin Mining Company, how did that impact with Andrada's operations and the future growth strategy? What was the impact on that?
Yeah, to your first point there, it's what's very important to note is that we're a polymetallic ore body, and as you're seeing things like the tantalum come on stream, you're seeing that the all-in sustaining cost drops. We'll see a significant drop once the lithium is fully integrated into the circuit. So the multiple revenue streams are very important for an ore body of this size. With regard to your second question, we still maintain a very strong relationship with our local partners. What we did do was move the shareholding, into the listed company, and that's allowed us to obviously recognize the maximum value for shareholders in the operational company, but also allows for operational efficiencies. So it's worked very well, and we continue to maintain good relationships with our local partners.
Yeah, that's critical, isn't it, really, wherever you're operating. One of the big pieces of news over this interim period was the SQM transaction, and once again that was news that took a bit of time to get over the line. But tell me, with regards to the earning agreement with SQM to develop the lithium ridge, how has it progressed? And I think it's important to note that these things do take time, and you want to get them right rather than just rush them through. But how has it progressed since it was announced?
So the relationship with SQM is very strong. We are collaborating on a number of different fronts. From a regulatory point of view, one of the key conditions was to get Competition Commission approval. That is quite a long process with a lot of legal iterations required. That's now been submitted, and we wait on the authorities for that. But that's not going to slow down our collaboration. And we're already exchanging a lot of good ideas in terms of how we can rapidly drill out a resource on Lithium Ridge in the coming year. And we're very excited by that. The Lithium Ridge is going to be a significant deposit, in my view, in the future. Some fantastic grades, and I think we'll be able to capitalize on that very quickly with SQM as our relationship progresses.
Talking about relationships, I mean, you've now got a new government or a new administration in Namibia. How do you since the SQM transaction, how's the company progressed its relationships, or how will it progress its relationships with the key stakeholders within country?
Look, we always are very respectful of the authorities and powers that be. We have noticed the elections obviously went off pretty well. It's nothing sort of unanticipated, and we do see that there will be a new dispensation, and we hope to continue great relationships going forward as key investors into the mining sector, and we hope to maintain our social license to operate that we are very proud to have achieved.
Yeah, I think Namibia is now becoming the sort of golden child of Southern Africa, if not sub-Saharan Africa, especially with the fact that there's so many different types of commodity within the country, and it's such a stable economy at the moment. But looking ahead, I'm talking about looking ahead to over the next 6 months, if not longer. What are the key priorities that you want to, or objectives that you want to achieve over that period?
Charlie, bottom line, make more money.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we've got a very good understanding of tin and how to process tin. We've got established logistics and marketing routes on the tin. We have noticed that since our initial introduction into the area, we've noticed that there's a number of other tin projects in the area that we're looking to collaborate with. I think that giving having that central footprint allows us to maximize the infrastructure available to the region, and I definitely see that on the tin side we can dramatically increase our production. On the lithium, very much so, we're looking to integrate the lithium processing into our current operations. I'm very excited about the opportunities for that, because we'll be producing not only a petalite, but then with Lithium Ridge, we'll be drilling out a spodumene deposit. So very much along the lines of giving this full suite of critical raw materials to the market. Brandberg West is coming along very nicely. It's looking, the mineralization is looking very positive. We want to advance that. So what started out as a one-trick pony in terms of a project, we've got 3 world-class projects now under one group, and it's about extracting as much value for our shareholders and for the country of Namibia in the most sustainable manner possible. Very excited by the future, Charlie. We've laid the platform for a company that can grow significantly in the near future.
And one final question from me, Ad. I mean, I'm talking about the market, the commodity prices, the market conditions, etc., with critical raw materials, tin, tantalum, and lithium. They all have their different types of, well, the markets are slightly different in size, certainly. How do you, I mean, you can't really, it's difficult to navigate those markets, but how do you now, as you say, you're not a one-trick pony, because you have access to different commodities. But how do you navigate the current market conditions as much as you can?
So on a conservative level, we've put a hedge in place on the tin at $33,000 a ton for 30% of our production. That's been really good for us, obviously, with the fluctuations in the market. But we do see that given the decoupling of the geopolitical supply chains, that you are seeing sort of silos in terms of different countries approaching approaching their inventory buildup of critical raw materials. And so what we are seeing very much so is, I think that it's going to be very bullish. Tin is hitting an inflection point. I think lithium's probably about 6 to 12 months away from an inflection point. But the fact that we have the capability of producing a number of different minerals, and very much so that we are actually in production and not just an exploration company, gives us direct access to that volatility, which is ultimately good, as long as we can just keep reducing our costs, which is going to be the main thing. And to emphasize, we want to make more money in the new year.
And thank you. I think that's wrapped it up very, very well. Following the interim numbers that came out a few days ago. Thanks again for your time. I really, congratulations on bedding everything down. It is very, very progressive, and long may this continue. And thank you very much indeed. This is Tavistock Talks, and I'm Charles Vivian. Thanks.